In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, hello everybody, how are you doing? We'll be doing great by the mercy and grace of Almighty Allah. My name's NA Saqib. I'm your husband, towards trainer. Additionally, we've been also teaching the students of spoken English for the last 20 years at the platform of Genius Institute, Lahore. Dear friends, my today's lecture would be about reading subtest of the IELTS and about especially its question type, labeling a diagram. Sounds a bit technical, but it becomes easy for you once you are familiar with its techniques and its strategies. So let's get started. Before we start talking about this question type, I would just let you know that this belongs to the family of completion questions. So more or less, you've got to use the same kind of strategies which you've been using in completion question types. So let's get started. In this question type, particularly, you are required to label what? Numbered parts of a diagram which relate to the information contained in the passage. So there are three important things. What are those? Numbered parts of a diagram relate to the information contained in the passage. It means that your stuff would be in the passage itself. So don't bother about anything else. And moreover, it's not a general knowledge kind of question answer. You've got to take things from the passage itself. As far as this question type is concerned, what you're supposed to do, you are supposed to write down the correct labels in the spaces first. First on the question booklet and then transfer it onto the answer sheet. But this could be your personal strategy. I would recommend you to straight away transfer your answer onto the answer sheet in order to save your precious time. The label may have up to 3 words. So instructions will play once again important role here. 3 words which will be taken directly from the passage. So labels are to be taken from the passage. You have got to be concerned about the limit of words may be described in the instructions. So it may also contain a combination of words and numbers. So whatever the case may be, it will be clearly specified in the instructions and you will be told what you've got to do. And moreover, importantly, the questions will not be in the same order as the information in the passage. So it's not something apple pie order, first question answer, second question answer, like this. Maybe it is taken from different sentences up and down. But one thing is sure, and that is that it will be taken from a certain section of the passage. So, the diagram in question could be a kind of machine or parts of a building or any other element that can be symbolized pictorially. So, because the picture kind of stuff would be presented and there will be some empty spaces and they have to be labeled very intelligently by you. It will be seen as partially labeled, that diagram. So the diagram may also be partially labeled. It means that there are some labels which have already been given and some empty spaces or some blanks have been left for the candidates or the test taker to be filled. So in case like this, you will be asked to complete the labeling. Now, what sort of information will be provided? We've got to be sure about it. First, look at the entire diagram. Looking at the diagram will actually make you familiar with those spaces which have been left empty. And carefully decide what sort of information you need to find in the text. Because when you'll see the diagram, it will actually give you an idea what are the empty spaces and what sort of information is needed to be filled in by the candidate. You got to do the skill of scanning here, scan through the text, Try to reach your desired destination as soon as possible and find the relevant section of the reading text. Make sure one thing, you carefully read the part of the passage where your required information is placed. So that's a really important part. You've got to reach as quickly as possible to the desired place, the section which is really your destination, because you've got to select your answers from that particular place. That's something which was really sufficient to be told about this question type. I hope you would have also got the point. It's not that easy. It also belongs to the category of all the completion questions, and it's not different. You've got to select the things from the passage itself. It's not the whole passage involved. Actually, certain part of the section of the passage is actually involved in this question type, and you can do it easily once you have established your skill of scanning. Scan through the text, reach your desired destination, and pick up the answers. Fill in the gaps by labeling the diagram. That's everything from today. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.